Episode 105 of the Loaded Couch. Drunk emails. Scotchy's sex tape would sell more tickets. Comfy couch reviews. Scorpio's cleavage make Celk's pants drop. CBMs. Questions from listeners. And beer.
Beer.
Reach in at your own risk. This is the Loaded Couch.
All right, we're back, episode 105. I'm Scotch Hound.
Ooh. Pigeon pay like cool.
Coo. And Celtic Fox.
All right, let's roll right into the beer mash. Guys, what are we drinking? Celk, start us off.
Drinking Cape of Good Hope. It's from Yards Brewing Company. It's their double IPA. And that's
I thought it'd be open to champagne.
That's Yards out of Philly, PA. And colors like it's a golden, little cloudy. And it's 9.7% alcohol.
Oh, he's got us beat this week. Pitch, what are you drinking?
Ooh. I am drinking the Frucht Boysenberry from Bruery Terreux.
Watch yourself.
It's dry bride fruiting Berliner Weiss from Anaheim, California. It's a reddish purple and it's 5.4% alcohol.
All right. And I have a Witte from Brewery Ommegang. It's a wheat ale out of Cooperstown, New York. Golden yellow, 5.2% alcohol. Right into beer news. Anheuser-Busch InBev has committed to secure all of its purchased electricity from renewable sources by 2025. It said that its commitment would help to shift 6 terawatt hours of electricity annually to renewable sources in the markets where InBev operates.
Gonna be a teraflop type of night, huh?
I'm going to flop you in the face.
It added its decision to go big on renewable energy would cut its operational carbon footprint by 30%. Holy shit, that's a lot. Equivalent to taking almost 500,000 cars off the road. That's ridiculous.
There you go. It's gonna be a big Budweiser supporter now.
Wait a minute. Wait. Isn't Budweiser beers made with water? I mean, aren't they water beer? Don't they filter their own beer?
Oh, yeah, but they
what I'm getting at is, isn't Budweiser disgusting?
No.
Yeah, but they own a lot of other companies now.
It's actually a good beer if you've had it fresh. Like I went to the brewery in St. Louis, and it's a good beer. I mean, we really should try it again after we've had so many different types of beer.
I don't mind
Marty?
It.
What's that?
Did you meet Marty?
No, Marty wasn't there.
If I have to drink one of the American maids and stuff, I would choose that. It has to be the regular though, the regular lager. It can't be any of the light shit or any of the other kind of
Yep, exactly.
Michelob.
Larry Bird's favorite beer.
I like Michelob, and if I had to go a light beer, I'd probably choose Miller Lite.
Okay.
So you go all 3 different companies. Huh? Oh no, Michelob's not Anheuser, right?
Miller Lite's a good Pilsner though too. I like that one.
Yeah, I don't like the Bud Light and I don't like the Coors Light. Miller Lite I can deal with.
How about, do you like Bud Ice?
No. Again, if it's a Budweiser named product, it has to be just the original Budweiser.
Boy, I got really violently sick once off Bud Ice. Actually, Scotchy might have been there. Do you remember the night at where I was sitting on Kleiner's driveway, puking in my legs?
Yes.
That was a Bud Ice night. I think I drank like 7 or 8 of them.
Gross.
How old were you, Celk?
Like 17.
Yeah.
You pig. Tell your son that story.
Don't worry, we will.
Because he doesn't like Zelda, that's why.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Before founding Lionhead Studios, Peter Molyneux was the head of populous developer Bullfrog Productions, a studio he co-founded with Les Edgar. The studio was acquired by Electronic Arts in 1995, and 2 years later, Molyneux left the company because of a drunken email he sent to EA announcing his resignation.
Drunk emails are terrible.
All right, after they got, quote, very drunk, Molyneux said Tim Rance suggested he leave the company, which prompted Molyneux to draft up an email to EA CEO Larry Probst that roughly said, quote, "Dear Larry, thank you very much. This is I'm handing my note in officially. Thank you, Peter." While he didn't intend to actually send it, Tamale News Horror Rants hit the send button.
Nice.
Holy
It's like
crap.
a drunk buddy that did it.
Yeah.
It's like worse than a drunk text to a booty call, but your buddy like gets you fired.
Right.
Celk, you want to share an experience or anything about drunk booty calls?
No.
Okay.
This is
He's like going to get in trouble here. No, dude, no.
This does sound like a total dick move, though. Something Pigeon would do one night if we're all hanging out. He's like,
dude,
just do it.
Send an email. Send an email.
Yeah.
Send an email. Just put up there. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, he's like,
Fucker.
let me see your phone. I just want to see that picture quick.
Yeah, that
Where's
or
Laura's
the
name?
guys
Where's
that-
Laura's name? Oh, there it is. Here, look at my dick. And he takes a picture of his own.
Yeah, it's like, I'll be back. I got to go hit the bathroom, and I come back. And Pigeon sends
They're like,
it.
Joe, why are you sending me a picture of your Audi belly button? Joe, quit your job and join the Float Accounts full time.
Oh, man. All right, so let's get into some movie talk.
Hairy Audi belly button.
Pidge, what'd you watch this past week?
I watched. It sounds like a porno, but it isn't.
Are you sure?
I watched the Midnight Meat Train,
That definitely sounds like a.
Well, how much of it did you watch?
starring Ron Jeremy. I only watched half of it.
All right, so the second half is probably where they get into the porno music.
Yeah. So, but it definitely isn't a. I'm not going to Celk it. I am going to finish it. It's okay. It's starring Bradley Cooper, Blue Eyes.
Yeah, he's going to take Frank
essentially-
Sinatra's name, I swear.
Yeah, it's he's Bradley Cooper's a photographer, and he's trying to get into a gallery, and the lady's like, capture New York for real, and then he takes a picture of this guy who supposedly kills people for fun, and then the guy finds out that he's taking it. The guy that Bradley Cooper's taking his pictures, and it's kind of like I got to get him before he, releases everything.
To kill him.
So it's kind of neat. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, it's a 72. So.
All right.
I wonder what the Movies and Ferns podcast would give it. How many ferns?
7.2. All right, Celk, what'd you watch?
I watched Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Okay.
I guess you would call
Danish
it
girl?
the Danish girl, yeah. The Harry Potter prequel or side story, whatever you want to.
Right.
With Newt Scamander is the name of the main character.
Wow.
It was pretty cool. I like the Harry Potter movies.
That name sounds like Pigeon's porno name.
Newt Scamander.
Celk, yeah. No, Newt. Celk's poor name is Stubbs. My poor name's Newt. We got to get one for
Newt
Scott.
Commander.
Stubbs McFern.
If you're into the Harry Potter movies, I recommend it. Check it out.
Okay. All right, myself, I didn't watch other than the, what is that, the Frog of Destiny?
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm not going to talk about it yet. But, all right.
Okay.
Movie news. A movie based on the video game We Happy Few is in the works with Pitch Perfect producer Gold Circle Entertainment.
So
you guys
it's
excited
a game
for
in
this?
preview. A game in preview that already has pretty much a movie deal.
Right. Yeah, they haven't even
gotta-
seen about the popularity of the game itself yet.
Got to be exciting, I guess, if you're the company that made the game.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I'm like debating on whether I should get this because every time I see it, they're always updating it every week.
Yeah.
With like something like more and more stuff. So I'm just
Like DLC stuff? Or just like
no, just like
improvements
in the
to the game?
preview. Yeah, improvements to the game. So
okay.
So when
this
I
will
read
probably
this,
be like a TLC account.
when I read this in the notes, I see it's in the works with the Pitch Perfect producer, and then for the listeners, we got an image in our notes here of the one of the ladies wearing like the teal colored 60s dress with the high bun hair and the white mask. Is she gonna like do the cups like Anna Kendrick or what?
Yeah. 60s style.
Yeah, seriously.
Like jazz music or something.
The guy in the
Pretty cool,
background,
though.
he's got one hell of a swagger to his walk, huh?
Yeah, well, this could be cool though, because remember one time we were talking about we'd like to see like a BioShock type of movie,
Got Celk swag.
and I could see this like if this was done the right way, this could be a cool movie, in a really sick and twisted way.
Right.
David Fincher, right?
Well, what
Christopher
rating
Nolan.
do you think they give it? You think it's going to be R rating?
You gotta
Sure,
go
I
R.
hope so.
I would
Yeah.
hope it's R.
The guy
The weird
pitch to play
60s
into that guy's
dystopia.
swagger. He's kind of looking in the air, thinking to himself, "Ferns."
Who's that guy that does the really fucked up movies? Eli Roth, right? Doesn't he do
Hostel
and all those other like
Green Inferno, I think.
But again, that's not going to have the shiny kind of colorful imagery that like the game has, right?
I don't know. I guess all depends how someone would adapt it.
Right.
I would think it would stay close to it.
I'm thinking Hostel's kind of got that grim kind of.
Yeah, the
dark
grayish,
right.
Grizzly color. Yeah. It could be cool. All depends who helms it.
All right, so Shia LaBeouf thriller Man Down sells just one ticket at the UK box office.
Scotch. So your porno, are you going to distribute it to the movie theaters and sell more than one ticket? Do you think you would?
Will they have digital options for showing the movie in the theaters, or do I have to actually give them film?
This is
you can do a digital option. You could do the one scene where you guys were in the forest, like Radagasta Brown.
Got the uncut forest version, and then you got the Connect version, right?
Now, when you say the uncut forest version, is that like the 70s porno that I got going on downstairs?
All bush, man.
Yeah.
All bush.
all Playgirl. And you guys are walking and tripping over like ferns and shit.
Bird in the bush. Bird in the bush.
It's just me bent over looking at plants the whole time. Ferns.
The edit. Yeah, it's pretty much just like balls and penis shot underneath the legs the whole time. Babe, burn.
Taint and balls, yeah. Nice. All right.
What the hell Celk's doing here?
he's all painted like the woods and standing there trying to be incognito in the birthday suit.
So Shia LaBeouf, you
ticket.
can email us at theloadedcouch@gmail.com or tweet me at Pigeon Pegleg, and we can get you on the show so you can talk about it.
All right, TV talk. Celk, what'd you watch?
I watched, actually caught like a new episode of Naked and Afraid. That's a great show. I like it. And the show I really want to talk about is Colony. Have you guys watched that at all yet? That's the one
Stephen King did.
Yeah, that's the one with the mom from Walking Dead, and the guy from Lost.
You got me lost.
Yeah, which
I didn't watch any of those shows.
You know the mom from Walking Dead, the one who died, or
she
that
got
Carl
blown up
killed.
Carl. Yeah. The first season, I actually said to Laura when we were watching it, I said, this show's like actually getting really good. It's picking up steam. And I said, it's almost like they spent the entire first season just setting up characters, which kind of felt like a bit of a drag. But if you are looking for a show to watch, like after you finish binging whatever it is you're on right now, I recommend The Colony. It's pretty good.
What channel?
USA.
Okay. Now, Pidge, what'd you watch?
I watched The Detour, episode 2 of season 2. It was super funny. But that's it. Nothing else.
Okay. I watched the season finale of The Walking Dead. It was actually good.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Because it was like the worst season finale of The Walking Dead of any of the seasons. Like the least watched.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see that. I mean, it wasn't... It didn't have the outcome that I was kind of expecting for it to be a season finale. It seems almost like a mid-season finale.
Right. I think the writers or the producers of the show are like, next season we're changing it up.
Yeah, next season everybody dies. We're starting off new.
They're like, next season it's going to be so more intricate and so much better.
I watched Into the Badlands.
What do you think?
The first season or the second season?
First.
What do you think of it so far?
I don't like the kid. CW? No, what the hell is it? BW? What the hell's his name?
I forget his name.
WB.
I know the character you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't. He's annoying as hell.
Okay.
It's like I don't know.
What do you think about the kung fu?
I don't mind it. It's a little bit much sometimes, but I can see completely where they're going with it, with like the extravagant long jumps, floats and stuff like that they do.
That's what they do in those, they're more like recent current movies, is they like really over exaggerate those, like the high kicks and the hover kicks and stuff. Like what is that? Luke, no, what the hell's his name from Mortal Kombat? Chun-Li, where you can go, or Liu Kang. Is that where he kind of goes across the, and it's just the feet are kicking you in the chest across the entire board? Yeah. It's cool though. I mean, I keep seeing trailers because season 2 started, and they're saying it's like 3 times as much more action and stuff as the first season. So I might actually dive back into
the main Baron, the guy with the beard. I can't remember his name either now.
Yeah.
I don't like his character.
His name's MK.
MK, that's what it is. Okay. I don't like that actor for some reason. I don't know why. I just I have a hard time with watching his scenes.
Do you like what's his name? Donnie Yen, right? Is that the main character?
him. Yeah, I think he's great. I think the show, if it had if it kind of based around him a lot more than kind of getting a lot of the other characters time. The redheaded Baron, she was good. She was decent. Her character and stuff like that. That whole woman's colony was interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it's decent. I also watched Iron Fist again. We're kind of caught up. We're not at the end yet. We didn't binge to the end, but.
So I kind of fell off with that one too. We're probably almost at the same spot. So
I think we're 10.
Ooh, you're ahead of me then. I think I would just finish.
Who's better than you?
Yeah. But that's still good. We're still enjoying that. Just haven't gotten back into it to finish it.
Okay.
We're trying not to binge it and finish it and be done already. Anyway, speaking of Iron Fist's premiere was the most binge-watched this year for a Netflix drama. 54.7% of Iron Fist streams on the premiere date of the episode 3 or higher. What?
The streams on the premiere date were of episodes 3 or higher. So people were binging through episode 3 at least as a minimum on the opening night.
From 1 to past 3 or higher on the premiere date. Okay, gotcha. Okay. The average hour-long show on Netflix has a binge score of 46.9%. So Iron Fist is at 54.7. That's
without getting too sidetracked into like all talk. Do you think that it was justified in the low score, or do you actually like it more than like myself? I think it's a pretty decent show. Like I would compare it up there with that Arrow from CW.
How would you compare it to season 1 Daredevil?
Daredevil's slightly better still, I would say, but it's got my interest way more than the Jessica Jones, and I've only watched 1 episode of Luke Cage, but I like it better than Luke Cage.
You're an idiot.
Anyway. Okay. Iron Fist also accounted for 14.6% of all Netflix streams on its premiere date. The highest percentage of any series premiere, topping Stranger Things, which is actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Which had only 4%.
Yeah, because nobody really heard of Stranger. No one what's Stranger Things? And then it got the hype train, and everyone's like, whoop, whoop.
Well, yeah, that's what I think. Iron Fist is paying off a lot from Daredevil kind of kicking off and giving it a lot of hype after the good press that Daredevil got, and then Luke Cage again. So I think it had a better.
No one knows about that show anymore.
But it had a better sales intro, I think, because of those other shows setting the precedent for.
That's a good point, though. So take Luke Cage and Daredevil completely out of it. If Iron Fist was the first Marvel character show to hit Netflix, do you think it would be as popular as it is?
No.
Yeah, agreed.
I think it'd be like, let's watch 3-4 episodes. Okay.
Yeah.
So Daredevil's coming out? Sweet.
Right. So Stranger Things had 4% of the stream at premiere. Luke Cage had 12.8. Daredevil season 2 had 13.8, and Orange is the New Black season 4.
Looks like I forgot to add it. It was above 13.8. Let's say that.
Okay. But still, Iron Fist beat out all of them. All right. So, did you guys see the new leaked kind of preview for
Defenders?
Yes, Defenders.
No, I didn't. I just saw the image still of them in the kind of elevator. Like the CCTV elevator footage.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all you get to see. It's that. They're all just kind of standing there as the elevator's going. I think you see the doors close, and then they're kind of standing there, and then Jessica Jones turns around and looks up at the camera, turns back around, and then turns around again and comes up and then punches the camera out. And that's it. That's all that they show. But it's all in black and white.
Who's in the elevator?
Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Jessica Jones.
Oh, Jessica Jones, what a dork.
Anyway. So you didn't see that. Okay, anyway, Comfy Couch review. Let's get into this. We announced for the past month we were supposed to watch The Place Beyond the Pines. It was on HBO, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, and then it kind of dropped all of a sudden, and we couldn't find it. So I went ahead and bought it for the TLC account.
Nice.
So, Celk, what did you think?
I didn't watch it yet.
Yes.
Yay!
No, I was actually going to, and then you said you got it on the account, and I figured you were watching it that night, so I didn't get. And then last night with baseball and stuff, I just didn't get a chance to.
I watched it last night.
Excuses.
Thank God the cast was put off a day.
You jerk.
All right, Pidge, what do you think?
I actually liked it. You know how the I don't know. I guess we're gonna spoil it. It's 2013. Who cares? Yep. Yeah. Or Celk didn't see it yet.
That's right.
I didn't see it yet, but I do want to actually see it.
Well, anyway, you know the outcome between Bradley Cooper and Ryan Gosling.
Yes.
I like how from that point on, his story it switched over to Bradley Cooper's story.
Right.
Like it was kind of like how you have it. It was like kind of like two stories, and then at the end it came like full circle.
Right.
And from like the very beginning, I don't know. I thought it was neat. I enjoyed it, and I thought it was some good acting.
No, it was, and this was a new one for me for Bradley Cooper role. I think I was kind of surprised by his role in this. Like when I first saw his character, I was like, "Holy crap, is that him?" Mm-hmm. Like I just didn't. For some reason, I didn't see him being that person in this movie.
Yeah, and I love the dirt bike scenes when he's like racing. He was racing down the street, he was doing like 90s. Like
how many gears did he have in that motorcycle? It seemed like a 24-gear bike.
I think 26. I think it was 26.
It was. I'm like that thing bogged down ever.
Well, you know what? No, I'm going to disagree because I think when he was riding, he hit the high gear and then that was it. And then it was just the whole time he was going. Or maybe I was wrong.
No, he was shifting a bunch. I mean, it's
he
possible
was
because
18-wheeler.
Not exactly, but I mean, it probably was the 5 gears. But the way they showed it, it looked like he was already at full speed, still changing gears. It could have been him building the speed the whole time, and you don't get to see much of a change between those. But yeah, same thing. It seemed like it was a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, it was.
Just with like the backstory build up of the main character in the beginning, and then again the backstory build up of the secondary story that takes over in the middle, and then kind of getting the final wrap up. I kind of thought like for the overall, it was kind of like a story of like a caged lion. You can't really if he didn't end up getting into a caged situation, the outcome that happened wouldn't have actually happened. Like if he was left free and running, and he would have just been happy, and all the other things that kind of go along with that. But
yeah, and with Cottonmouth was in it too.
Yeah,
what got a Cottonmouth laugh. That was awesome.
Is the buddy from the repair shop?
No, Cottonmouth.
Sorry, from Luke Cage. Yes, yeah. Right. The guy from the body shop, though, his buddy, the one he sounds like he's got cotton in his mouth when he's talking.
Right.
He's from that show Bloodline.
Okay, is that the one?
That was the brother, the train wreck brother. The one who's kind of just all bad things happen to him. It doesn't matter anyway. But I was EA as well. Yeah. I thought it was a pretty decent movie. When I asked Nicole, she's like, "Yeah, I liked it." She's like, "I don't think I'd ever watch it again." I'm like, "Oh, thank God I bought it."
I'm telling you, just those. My heart was pounding when he was on that dirt bike getting chased. I was like, "Oh my gosh." It was like real believable. You know how like some chases are like okay, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's planned, but it just seemed like it was so real in the moment.
Right.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I think
the flat tire and shit.
I didn't understand how that happened.
Because it wasn't his bike.
No, I get that. And I think they were trying to play up into that it's something that he didn't know and all. But I'm like, where did it happen? When did it happen? But yeah.
Because when he changed into the 26th gear, it happened.
He ran out of gears, so he got him flat.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we're both yays. Celk will have to wait for whenever you watch it, but screw you, we win.
You still owe $5.
All right, Pidge, your new movie pick.
It is The Voices.
Okay, good. I thought you were going to stop at The Voice, and I was like, that was on TV the other night. I'm not watching that.
The documentary of the Voice.
I hope not, because I don't want to watch it.
All right, so here it is. It's a chipper guy clocking in 9 to 5 at a bathtub factory with an offbeat charm. Anyone who could use a few friends. With the help of court-appointed psychiatrist, he pursues his office crush. However, the relationship takes a sudden, murderous turn after she stands him up for a date. Guided by his evil talking cat and benevolent talking dog, Jerry must decide whether to keep striving for normalcy or indulge in a much more sinister path.
This sounds like The Machinist.
And it also has your girl
Anna.
Cups in it.
I was going to say, speaking of Anna Kendrick, she's in this one.
Yeah, look at that. But your boy Ryan Reynolds get a little Deadpool, a little testicle with teeth.
Deadpool action. There you go.
All right, so that's the movie for this coming month, The Voices. Okay, beer thoughts. Pidge, why don't you lead us off?
I'm a nay. I appreciate the boysenberry flavor that's in it, but it's just too sour. It's too
you
much
wish there
of a
was more
sour
boys,
beer.
less berry?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
more boys, more berries. It's just too much of a sour beer for me.
This is 2 sours that you've had that you haven't liked.
Yeah.
Did you like that Victory Tart 10? The one that's like in my top 5?
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay.
But that's a tart. It's not like super sour.
True.
It's more tart than a sour. This one's just like Sour Patch Kid all the way through.
All right, Calc, how about your 9.7?
I'm actually really digging this. Again, I don't know if it's just something that's growing on me as the episodes go by with the beer tasting, but for an IPA, this is pretty smooth, and it's a double IPA. So yeah, I recommend the Yards highly.
So what do you want food pairing, the double cheeseburger with your double IPA?
For some reason, the whole Intrepid Ale, it's called. Give me some fish and chips with it. I could go. I could go for like beer battered fish for sure. Okay.
All right. I'm a yay as well. This is a nice, just easy wheat ale on this wit, and yeah, nothing else to say about that. Okay, let's grab another one, and we'll be back with Let's Talk Games.
Hey everyone, thanks for listening. If you want to check us out, you can tweet us at The Loaded Couch on Twitter. You can also email us at theloadedcouch@gmail.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, leave a review, get us some votes. Also contact us on Stitcher, and you can also find us on SoundCloud.
Let's talk games. All right,
and we're back.
Yeah, we're talking. Let's talk some games, guys. Calc, lead us off with what you were drinking.
I'm on round 2 of the Cape of Good Hope from Yards Brewing, double IPA, 9.7% alcohol.
All right, Pidge.
During the Frucht Boysenberry, the fruited Berliner Weiss from California, 5.4%.
Big bottle again?
Yeah, big bottle. I got some good beers lined up after this one.
Speaking of big bottles, my wife had a guy that she works with hit me up on Untapped.
Right.
And you got competition now.
Uh-oh.
This dude's got like over 1,000 check-ins or something like that. He, it's funny, she was telling me he drinks like 40s a lot.
So you have the big,
so he's got like a big belly to go with 40s.
Does he have a big belly?
I don't know. I haven't seen him. I haven't met him yet. But he has a big collection of 40s, 40-ounce bottles and stuff that he's drank. All different types of ones. And he actually got invited to a party somehow through Colt 45, I think.
Billy D. Williams.
And I don't think he ended up going to the Playboy Mansion. Oh, he did go to the Playboy Mansion for the party. And he got a signed 40 by Snoop Dogg.
See, it pays off to drink lots of beer.
Exactly. Yeah, it does pay off to drink a lot of beer. But yeah, so you got competition now for... anyway, the big bottle drinking, I'm saying. Myself, I'm drinking a Rare Voss from Brewery Ommegang. It's an amber ale out of Cooperstown, New York, and it's 6.5% alcohol. And as soon as I finish off this wit, which will be the next sip, I will let you know the color. But Pigeon had on his Boys and Berries, he wanted to give his food pairing that the beer company, I guess, provides on their website, right?
Yes. It says German-style cheese, which is a Budrikass for contrast. Weizenlacker Kass for funk. Underneath an oak tree.
What the hell is that?
There's Zwiebenkulchen
There's
for breakfast.
The key ingredient under the tree.
Yeah. Zwiebenkuchen for breakfast. Tart flambe for dinner. And a lunchtime concert in between.
Where's this country called Wiebenkuchen? Or Wieben, that they have all this cooch that they're talking about.
It's that country that we just attacked next to that. It's called Oi!
It's the country that they made all the wheeze in?
Yeah. Yeah. Oi!
Some coochin'. All right, myself, yeah, we already talked about that. Gaming. Celk, what'd you play this past week?
We missed your company the other night. We played Diablo 3 Seasons.
I tried signing on, and I grabbed my character, and I went to get started, and you guys were like level 11. I'm like, what the hell? They started a new character?
Yeah, so what it is, if you're not aware, the Seasons is they run it every 3 or 4 months. You start a new character, Seasons only character, and supposedly you get loot drops, like special loot drops, as part of the Seasons. And if you complete the game in the season, you get a reward of like a special set piece. Okay. So like you get like the green armor set.
Now I know they said once you get a full set, it kind of gives you a big boost, because some of the sets, it's like you get much better equipment just out of the regular.
Just like
stuff.
Like the Division we're playing. If you get the,
but that's all boosts and stuff that you get from it. It's like, I mean, in those sets that they show in Diablo, do they give you like when you get this amount, you get these additional attributes added on your character?
Yeah, I think you get like a 2-piece boost, 3-piece boost, and if you get the full set, you get a different type of boost.
Okay.
So yeah,
boost or just boost and boost.
Like boost.
Just boost.
Boost and boost, and you get a boost and a boost.
Okay. But yeah, that's and then at the end of the season, you get to keep that character as part of your main character list. You can't share any of the loot that you get with your season's character with any of your non-season characters. You can't put them in the trunk and then open them and then use them on a different character. You can drop them for friends. I think we tried that, right, Pigeon? And
yeah.
Now, I was going to say, if you drop it for friends and they pick it up and you drop out, grab a new character, come back in, and then they drop it again, can you grab it again?
You can't bring the other characters into a season playlist.
Yeah,
you have to use only that season character.
I got you.
And then the last part of it is it's all around leaderboards. I guess people try to be like ranked number 1 in the world for the season. I don't get how you do it or what the reason of. I was never into leaderboards. And I also played Ryse and I played Evolve. Evolve was the free game. We all tried that out, but most importantly, Ryse. Ryse is 3 years old, launch day game. It was fabulous.
It's still great at its 900 FPS.
Yeah, 900p. Give me the 900p all day long if it looks like that.
900 FPS. 900 frames per second.
Yeah, at 30p.
There you go.
I think your eyes will bleed.
No, I'm just trying to be an asshole because of this stupid argument. All right, Pidge, what'd you play?
I played Division with Celk, and we got some good drops. I've been playing the poop out of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild, literally on the toilet.
Have you completed anything?
I am currently completing a quest that leads up to the main quest.
All right. Have you found any memories yet?
I found one. Okay. One memory.
The one at the
I have a bunch of outfits.
Archway?
Yeah, I think that's the one. And I found I've been buying like a bunch of outfits.
Okay.
Like I have the Sheikah outfit where I can like stealth. I can walk at like normal pace and they won't hear me.
Nice. Yeah, I only have the Sheikah mask.
Yeah, and I also I played Game of Thrones, a Telltale series.
Okay, what'd you think?
So far, so good. I mean, it's just like, choose your adventure. And every time I play these games, I'm like, I want to be such a shithead. And I'm always like, oh, I'm sorry, I'll help you. Or I just want to be like, no, screw off.
And then you end up being a nice guy.
Yeah, I know. It stinks.
Mm-hmm. Myself,
what'd you play?
I played NBA 2K16. I think that's what.
Are you sure it wasn't NBA Live 16?
It might be that.
It definitely is.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, I'm horrible with names. I also played Need for Speed, and I looked to see if there was another name, and that's all it shows is Need for Speed. And then I played Breath of the Wild.
Kind of like the reboot in quotes.
Yes, yeah. And then Breath of the Wild, and the same thing. I'm kind of like Pigeon. I'm just kind of wandering around. I really haven't completed anything big. I killed some mini bosses, 2.
Right.
I totally cheese it though. I hide and I just throw the bombs at them the whole time.
Which character? The one with the big eye, the Cyclops guy, or the rock guy?
The Cyclops guy got one, and then I got a guy that was like a red witch. He kind of like floated around, and he dropped like a
fire rod.
Fire rod, yeah, exactly. But again, I stand really far away so that they don't know where the hell I'm at, and then I just keep running to where I can throw a bomb and it rolls down to him and then explode it right next to him. I'm such a douche.
Dude, you gotta use your amiibo. You get some cool stuff.
I didn't buy any of those.
No, you can use your Toon Link, your regular Link, your...
Oh, okay. All right. I'll have to open it.
Your Sheikah,
I didn't open any of those.
Your Zelda. Yeah. Anything that involves with Zelda, you can use.
I didn't open any of them, and I don't want to.
New inbox. Leave me alone.
All right, Comfy Couch Review. We had to play any Kinect game.
Yes.
Celk, I want to hear
Kinect
what
game.
Kinect game you played.
I did play Kinect Sports Rivals tonight a little bit.
For how long?
About an hour and a half or so. And then my son played for
Should we let him slide?
Another 45 minutes or so. We played tennis and we played lots of bowling. I like the bowling. Honestly, Kinect Sports Rivals, I would almost purchase if it was like a $19 game just for the bowling. The bowling's a lot of fun. And the other reason I actually fired Kinect Sports Rivals up was it's done by Rare. And with all the Sea of Thieves, technical alpha testing and stuff like that going on, I wanted to like revisit it and see kind of what Rare is capable of. Mm-hmm. And it's a really good looking game for the art style.
I was going to ask you with the bowling, would you rather it look a little bit more like real bowling, still having the extra bonuses, like when you lift your leg?
No.
I like the colorful kind of spacey kind of look and stuff.
I like the arts. I think they did a really good job with it. I mean, a lot of people hated on Rare.
No, not this one, but you said if there was the one that was like new that was just for bowling for the.
Oh, I got you.
Would you rather it look like a real bowling game?
I would still enjoy kind of like a cartoony feel to it. Give me something like even more cartoony, like Firewatch. Something like the Wreck-It Ralph fingers and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm into that type of stuff. It doesn't need to be like ultra real. But yeah, no, it was cool. I like going back to it, checking it out. Rare is a really talented studio, so I'm kind of really looking forward to Sea of Thieves.
Rare fanboy.
And if that wasn't enough, I played real baseball this week. So
that wasn't enough. Okay,
you
bitch.
did?
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
With your
He's
foot?
a coach. He's a coach.
Yeah, man, I don't baby this thing that much anymore.
He gets out there and throws the ball around.
I know.
All right, pitch. What'd you play?
Calcified joints arthritis. I played Frucht.
Oh,
it's the game where how wrong. It's the game where you have to use your body shape to create paths for this character that you control with your Xbox controller.
Yeah, it's like
it takes like a camera picture of you and then makes a shape.
No, it takes like a silhouette of you.
Yeah, but then it creates a shape from your silhouette.
No, yeah. There's like hidden levels that your body silhouette reveals.
Yeah, so like if the screen, like the level's dark, your body will create like a light path
that
you can hop on ledges.
You have to jump around and
yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so you do have to move around while you're playing with the controller then to kind of light up some of the dark areas of the screen.
Yeah, and like I would like go into my body shape like a, just like a weird shape so they can walk on my arms.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like move the controller, but then I would like move my arm down when I wanted to push down on the controller, and I'm like, shit, fuck. It's like your brain hurts after playing this game.
Right.
Yeah, I did see videos of like where people had to like kind of scoot and move while controlling their thumbs on the joystick, which makes it's like chewing gum and walking at the same time for some people.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun game, but I would definitely have my daughter control the person, or I control the person, then she can create the shadows.
Okay.
It's definitely like I tried having her in the image with me so we can play the game, but it didn't pick her up. I don't know if it's just like a one person in the screen at one time.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of that real quick. So my son played tonight Kinect Sports Rivals, and one of his rivals was your daughter. Mm-hmm. And he's like, Dad, that looks nothing like Ruby.
That's right. Jonas said the same thing about you, Celk, when he was bowling against you.
Mine looks just like me, fat and
Yeah.
bald. Come on, with glasses.
No, the dude
Fat
on
man
there
with
is like
glasses.
he's totally built and he looks like he's 6'3", maybe 210.
No.
He's like, that looks nothing like Mr.
Bench press
Kennedy.
about 350.
Wedge
Spot
shaped.
475.
No, but I don't know if I ever shared that picture with you guys. When you first start, it says, stand in the picture, put your arms to the side, let us take a picture of you.
Yeah, yep.
It essentially pictured me as a meatball.
Well,
Nice.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, well, and plus, like, it has you moving like all around the room, not just like in one spot, moving your arm up and down. Like you have to literally, like Cook said, you have to like literally move around in order to have this person go into the next level.
Right.
So it was definitely fun. I would say it's a yay for me.
Okay. Speaking of, I played Dance Central. And
Justin.
I'm not so good, especially when I have to get like my feet going to like there's some things where you have to point with your hands like in different directions.
And we don't have rhythm, dude. We just can't.
And
dance.
sometimes I'm like, when it wants me to put my left hand out or my right hand out, I'm like putting the wrong foot out with the hand. Like I'm supposed to go opposite, and I'm doing the same for some reason. I look like an idiot. I mean, I put it on beginner and some like cardio and something else because I was doing it more for the workouts than I was for the and I think this might actually take over Celk, the Wii or the fitness thing that was on for the Kinect that they kind of discontinued support of.
I was gonna say you were hitting that pretty hard for like 6 months there, and then they yanked the rug out from you.
Yeah, well, no, they dropped the news of yanking the rug out after saying what they were going to support it for another 6 months. I was like, screw it, I'm done now. But this might take the cake on that. I mean, I kind of give it an when I started, but I mean, after doing it a few times, it really is a freaking workout, man. Like my thighs were killing me.
Let's
They had
go
this one
clubbing.
drop
Let's
and
go clubbing
dance.
tonight. See your moves.
Dancing's no joke, dude. Seriously, you'll be sweating buckets.
But I don't mind the game. I mean, for being a Kinect game, it's decent. I mean, it gets you up, it gets you off the couch, it keeps you kind of interactive. You're sitting there trying to get a good score. If I really enjoyed dancing, or if I was actually decent at it, I could see myself actually trying a little bit more. Than I do.
Did you get Kinect Sports Rivals?
Yeah, no, I did.
I would.
It was like $5, right?
I'd recommend the tennis and I think the rock climbing, if you want to work out too. It was fun.
See,
Evan
I like
was
the tennis
Evan
on the
was
Switch.
Evan was sweating buckets tonight, beating Ruby as his rival.
Jonas, when he plays the same thing on there, he's like, "Are they playing like right now? Am I actually playing them like right now?" I'm like,
Yeah.
No, it's just a character that's kind of been recorded from it. Yeah, never mind.
Yep.
Yes, you are playing them right now. All right. Anyway, so the Jack Mayhoff. Oh crap! I did think of a game and I didn't have it. I'm gonna have to come back to it because I'm gonna move on to Sony news. Sorry, I do have one. I'm just gonna come back because I didn't think about it at the break when I was getting my beer. So Insomniac Games under Sony news. Insomniac Games for the PlayStation 4 exclusive Spider-Man title will be released in 2017, according to Ryan Penagos, Vice President and Executive Editor of Marvel Digital Media.
No way.
Is this going to be... Wow, it is an exclusive. PS4 exclusive.
Yeah, and it looked pretty damn good from, I think, the E3 showing.
Yeah,
It's not a one-year exclusive thing. It is like...
I think it's like straight up. Well, Sony owns the rights. Sony Pictures
The Spider-Man.
has the rights to Spider-Man, so...
Yeah, but Microsoft played nice with Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to hand this one over, though.
No,
That's kind of crazy.
there's no way this is coming out in 2017. That'd be crazy. That'd be amazing. But
Right.
that'd be
Well,
crazy.
maybe holiday.
Hey, they did an awesome job with the whole city atmosphere and stuff with Sunset Overdrive, so...
And I heard the new Ratchet and Clank game was really good.
Yeah,
That Insomniac put out.
Insomniac,
afterwards.
they do good stuff, so...
All right, let's get into Kelk's favorite. I'm gonna
No,
let
we it's too much. So let's just skip it.
I'm gonna let him kind of do a lot of this because he's in love. Microsoft News. The jackass. Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Okay.
Rufio.
Oh, Rufio.
Rufio.
For some reason, I saw that it was Ruffalo, and I was like, Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I was like, what? Yeah, I'm like, Scorpio. Okay, anyway.
Bruce
So,
Banner.
Scorpio specs under Scorpios specs unveiled. How's that? Is that all right?
Yeah, there you
He's
go.
thinking of Mark Ruffalo because he's a liberal pig.
Well, you're talking superhero stuff. Got into Anyway, all right,
Mhm.
Celk, go.
All right.
Where's your tattoo?
All right. So Microsoft did a little, I guess, outside the norm. They went with Eurogamer Digital Foundry to do a spec unveil. I think because a lot of people kind of fell asleep or didn't really understand spec talk when Sony tried it with the PS4 Pro.
Well,
so,
So they gave it to a British guy.
Didn't Digital Foundry though give the one like a bad review to start though?
yes,
They
they
kinda
did.
ripped 'em a little bit?
They are the go-to news source for like technical details on the resolutions, games, hardware, stuff like that. So I think when it came out that they were going to do this, everybody was like, well, Microsoft must be really damn proud of what they have to have these guys talk about it and unveil it. So it was a little outside the norm, but it actually went off like pretty damn well today. Everybody's like really hyped up, even on Digital Foundry's, forums and chats.
Do you think they line their pockets for him a little bit?
Well, they wrote right at the bottom at the end of the article that Microsoft invited us out. They paid for the airfare and put us up in a hotel as a,
Got them hookers, bought their beer.
as a disclaimer, so nobody would say, "Oh, well, they paid for everything." Well, they did. They wanted to invite them out and really give them a good, thorough look at it and let them talk to the engineers that made this thing.
Bought them all Teslas, sent them home for me.
There you go. Why didn't we get invited?
Party titles.
So,
Anyway.
anyways, it went off pretty good, I think, because a lot of the comments, even on their site, which is very, very heavy Sony supporters, a lot of Sony people were saying, I think I'm going to buy my first Xbox console. So, I mean, at a high level, that kind of sums up how it went. Some of the technical stuff, we'll start with the CPU. A lot of people were thinking it was going to be something new, like the Ryzen, or use the Ryzen and the Zen processors, which from AMD. They actually made like custom silicon.
Is it Ryzen or Ryzen?
Ryzen, I guess.
I'm not sure. I'm just asking.
They pretty much did custom every part on this thing. It uses a
Sounds expensive.
I guess you would say. I hate, using the term that it is a Jaguar processor, which is what's in our Xbox. That's what they started with, and then they pretty much overclocked the hell out of it to get the speed up on it.
Well, the crazy thing when you say Jaguar, they should have named it a GTR instead. Because like they were saying with the chips, maybe it's not the Jaguar chip. That's each one's different. That's the actual GPU, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they were saying the GPU is kind of like a heavily modified Polaris chip, which is another AMD chip. So they basically started with the technology from those chips, but then they went in and it's really super technical stuff. I highly recommend like somebody go to the Eurogamer site and actually read the article because they do a pretty decent job of.
Or even if you can't read, you can listen to Rich's breakdown of it, and that's pretty interesting too.
Yeah, his video thing was good, but I'm telling you, I think the written article even included some more details that help spell
Just
things.
listen to Celk now.
Spell things out a little bit easier. But here, let me run through it quick. So it's an 8 custom x86 cores clocked at 2.3 gigahertz, 40 customized Radeon compute units running at 1172 megahertz, which is really freaking fast. They say anything over 1,000 megahertz starts generating a lot of heat. 12 gig of GDDR5 RAM memory versus 8 in the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, but how many is the software itself using?
So the games are allocating 8 gigs of RAM, and the Xbox Scorpio gets 4 gigs of RAM for the UI, because they're saying now the user interface can run in native 4K. I guess on the Xbox One S.
So that's why they went with 12.
Yeah, that home screen and everything, Pigeon, on your One S isn't in a true 4K.
Yeah, but am I really going to know the difference between native and upscaled?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know, but they're allocating 4 gigs for other stuff outside the game.
It's for the operating system too, not just the UI.
Exactly. It comes with a 1 terabyte hard drive, which they said is 50% faster. So some people think it's got a faster speed and it might be some kind of hybrid drive like in the Xbox One Elite console.
Now, do you think they went hard drive to save price instead of going solid state?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And it comes with the 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray optical drive. And the big thing is memory bandwidth. They hit 326 gigs per second versus, I think, like 214 or something like that. The closest competitor is the PS4 Pro, and I think that's at like 214 gigs per second.
218.
218. So, yeah, it's... They pretty much said 6 teraflops, and all the PC people were like, yeah, whatever. Like, our big $800 video cards, like, hardly hit that. You know, have a hard time hitting the native 4K and putting the amount of teraflops, so you're not going to hit it. And they pretty much delivered, I guess. Scott,
they said they just hit 6, right? They're like at 6.
Right at 6, and I think the Digital Foundry guy, he said they over-delivered on a lot of other stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but did you hear that a graphics card maker just released one that can do 11 teraflops?
Oh yeah, but you're gonna pay out the ass for it. I mean,
They said it was free for anyone who buys a PS4 Pro.
You douchebag.
So I mean, at a real high level, that's kind of what you get into. Was it unveiling today that it can do? They showed Forza 6, which was ported over in 2 days from the Xbox One to the Scorpio.
Which the people on from Turn 10 were completely surprised by. They thought it was going to take a lot longer.
Baffled, yeah. They said like unprecedented. So they ported it over, gave it the 4K assets, and up and go. It was running like 66% of the resources used.
Yes. Yeah, with like max cars and only like 50 something with normal.
And it wasn't even optimized either. So
the crazy thing, just going back to like the processors and stuff that you were kind of talking about, they said with the silicon chips that they're making for each one of these console systems, the thing that surprised the crap out of me is that it's like a Nissan GTR. They said each one of these chips has little tiny differences to it. So each console is specifically tuned for the type of chip that's in, or the little differences in the chip.
Yeah,
so it's going to be better than console. Guys.
I'm like,
it's called the Hovis. It's like the Hovis system or something. That's named after the guy who
Jay-Z
came up with this idea. And like Scotchy was saying, like every chip made has a specific type of flaw, so it needs a different type of voltage input.
Right.
And they were saying like typical PCs and stuff just say we're given X amount of voltage to the chip regardless of what it does. And they're saying like they come off the line and it literally reads to find out what the voltage, and then the motherboard is paired up with it and adjusted and tweaked to give exactly the sufficient amount of voltage, which is ridiculous. And what the reason for that, they were saying, Scotch, was so that it helps cut down on wasted heat.
Right.
Like they didn't want everything to run too hot, so they figured if they could fine tune everything perfectly, it wouldn't run hotter than it needs to be.
Yeah, like myself, they have it in the back of their mind. They're thinking to themselves, red rings of death.
Exactly.
Forever from this point moving forward.
Which leads me into the next point of the what do you want to call it? The supercharger cooler for this thing. So this thing's.
I just before you go any further, I just want to say that the pricing on this has to be right. Yes. Otherwise, this is
we'll come back onto that in a minute. But so the cooling for this thing it's water cooled. I guess they call it.
No, it's not water cooled. It's vapor cooled.
Well, that's water.
No,
liquid.
No.
So it's a vacuum. It's a vacuum cooler, airtight vacuum cooler over top of these like heat coils, and I guess it blows off steam and then the condensation's recycled through over and over.
So Pidge, like a Fast and Furious car, when you're playing like Battlefield, and gets into a big screen, like far rendering distances and stuff, and then you go back into a small room, you'll hear the blow off valve go and see like a little puff of smoke come out of it.
Speaking of, have you guys heard your fan kick into like high gear playing Battlefield?
Nope. No. I got the S.
I've heard mine like ramp up, really like get loud,
like old school 360.
It gets pretty loud. It's definitely in there trying to pull
like PS4 loud.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I hear a gnat's fart when I'm playing, so mine's not loud.
He plays with headphones all the time.
Yeah, some other quick things. In addition to smoother frame rates, Microsoft claims that older titles will be able to hit their maximum resolutions that the game supports. So if it's
Yeah, but isn't each game hit the maximum support? Like they come out, it's 900p.
Yeah, but
No.
it.
Yeah, go ahead, Scotch.
I thought it was with the 900p. Like they try to get the best graphics out of it, but they were assuming most of them would play it like if it was at 900p at 30 frames. Where they're saying, that would be right, but some of them were only when you got into the larger viewing render distances and stuff, it would bog down to like 26 or 25 FPS. Where they're saying now if it was at that, it'll totally always be at 30 for everything.
So for Quantum Break, that uses
smoothness.
like dynamic upscaling and downscaling to keep that steady frame rate, right?
Yeah, well, so basically they were saying if anything that uses dynamic scaling, it does that because it's trying to maintain the frame rate. So they said remove that thought process to it. It could basically run at 4K, and as long as it hits the target frame rate, then it you know what I mean? So they kept talking. They talked about The Witcher kind of, which was they said it doesn't have a capped resolution and frame rate, but they're saying because the Xbox One is only capable of displaying it at 900p, that's all it runs at. Right. So they were curious to see if CD Projekt Red was gonna kind of just release a little quick 1 day or 2 day patch and pretty much uncork it, let it run at 4K with ultra settings, as it does on the PC. So, yeah, I think you're gonna see a lot. I mean, Scotchy, what were they saying? They like pretty much tested every game out there to find the pain points and the bottlenecks.
Yeah, a lot of the old 360 games, they said that were there because they were looking at backwards compatibility along with, to 360 as well as all the ones that play on Xbox One now.
Yeah, so they pretty much identified all the bottleneck areas from different game engines and made custom tweaks to the processor, which I'll wrap it all up with the final big point that I think that a lot of people haven't been talking about online, which I think people glossed over. So you know how Xbox One, the big update to the OS was the DirectX 12, right? Mm-hmm. It was like everything was going to utilize multi-cores in the processor, and it was going to run more efficient. So what they did was they took the DirectX 12 benefits off of software and off of the CPU, and they literally created a hardware piece on the motherboard. So what they did was everybody was hating on Jaguar because they said it was the bottleneck. Like games could only run so fast because the CPU can't process as many instructions because of limitations on the CPU being a Jaguar. So Microsoft took all that bottleneck off the chip and put it into a little literal piece of hardware chip. And they said it took hundreds of thousands of instructions off the CPU and lowered it down to 11 instructions. They said it literally freed up 50% of the processor on the CPU talking to the GPU.
Because it's all handled prior to getting to the...
Yeah, so basically the instruction leaves the CPU and this new little processor chip on the motherboard handles the instruction to the GPU.
Right.
You know what that means, right? More explosions on screen.
Yeah, basically. Well, that roundabout, that's what they were saying. They're like, we just freed up 50% of the capability and there's no more bottlenecks on top of the fact we identified all the bottlenecks and made custom silicon just for it.
So with that, though, with these new kind of, advances in the chip technology and the things that they're adding prior to getting to the CPU or GPUs, are they going to, start limiting the amount that the cloud was supposed to be processing for like the games that we were expecting on Xbox One, and they're just going to start going to now trying to pursue more of this style of design since they can get more out of their processing, chips?
Well, they always still have to cater to the Xbox, like the non-Scorpio people, because every game that comes out has to run on both Scorpio and non-Scorpio.
Unless it's an exclusive like Spider-Man on PS4.
No, well, they said there wasn't going to be exclusives except for VR.
Okay.
I think you're always going to want to utilize the cloud because the cloud just gives you that much more. Imagine how gorgeous it's going to look going from the regular one to the Scorpio as it is, and then you bump the cloud into that. Like, I think it's going to be real exciting to see what Crackdown 3 looks like.
Right.
Because that's
kind of where I was going with it. Are they going to say screw you?
They're making this console for Crackdown 3.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, to wrap it all up, I think Pigeon was right. I think they like met the mark and over delivered in some areas that people weren't even thinking, like the whole recreating the motherboard and the CPU and all that stuff. But the price,
Dude, just manufacturing costs are going to be so high.
I don't know, they do it in bulk though. But Pigeon's right, the price. What do you guys? I guess Digital Foundry was saying again, like they have no indication of what the cost will be, but their prediction was $499. I thought maybe $399 because they're using modified Jaguar type of architecture. But the more I think about it, I think $499 is right. What do you guys think?
Well, I have a question to kind of go on to that. Do you think they're going to underprice it, even if they have to take a loss just for the sales?
they're gonna take a loss on the console regardless.
Okay.
Yes, I think Pigeon's right. I think they take a loss regardless. But I actually listened to the IGN podcast Unlocked, and what's her name? Alana had a good point because she studied marketing. They could keep it at $499 even though the PS4 Pro is $399 because there's a marketing psychology that if it's on the shelf next to each other but one's $100 more, some people might think it's because of it's a higher quality product. But Ryan's argument was, well, it didn't do too well for Xbox One when it first came out, being $100 more.
Yeah.
And they said, well, that was just because it had bad messaging and a bad launch.
Early publicity, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean,
what is the price point then? I mean, you said
I think
they
the
mentioned
sweet spot is $499. I think
that's the sweet spot.
I would be okay with. Well, sweet spot would be $400, but I think $499. I think I would be like, you know what? I'm still going to get it day one.
Yeah,
but I think this console is like
day one anyway.
Yeah, regardless. But I think this console is going to be like $599, $650.
I think it could be $600. I think it better not be a penny over $499.
It better be able to use Kinect. I'll tell you that.
No, it will be. That they did announce.
Well,
that.
You said they have an adapter, right?
It'll use the adapter like the 1S for Kinect.
Oh my God, there's like 15 wires and two like power bricks.
Same back panel as the 1S. So the Kinect will need the adapter, and the good news is the HDMI in is still there. So yeah, that's there. Do they do $399 and really eat a loss on it
no way.
Just to say, hey, we're the same cost as PS4
Dude, if
Pro.
they do that, every PS4 owner will buy one.
Why do you
yeah. It sounded like they were going to do it regardless.
That's what they said.
Because
they were saying that they've already gotten good publicity of PS4 players that want to buy one.
Yeah, if you read the forums today, I mean, Microsoft must be pretty damn happy because one of the heaviest Sony sites, which is Digital Foundry, a lot of those people were saying, I think we're going to finally get an Xbox.
Yeah, but if you think it's $599, you think they're going to say the same thing. They're going to be like, go away, PS4 Pro. I can wait another year when there's 10 teraflops in the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, well, they did say that. If it's like above $499, a lot of them were going to wait a year. I think $499 is the sweet spot for sure.
$499, you guys keep saying $500. Does it have to be an even $100 increment? Because I was thinking $450. Now
I thought of that at one point, $449.
Yeah, because I was going to say, other question, does it get sold with one controller? Does it get sold with... I mean, it's got an internal power system
wait
now.
Wait a minute. Let's
Is
think
it going
about
to come
this.
with HDMI cables? Is it going to come with all that other crap? Or is it just going to kind of be a bare bones kind of that you're getting the system for this price? It's a rock bottom price, but you have to start adding on extras.
Well, you guys tell me because you're more Nintendo fans. I actually read this on Reddit. So somebody brought up that same question, Scotch. And I guess they said 3DS tried to do something similar. Does that ring a bell?
The new 3DS.
Yeah, they said it was going to like drop the charger and all these other...
Yeah, they didn't have a charge cable or anything.
And they said it wasn't too well received. So...
Well, the only reason I'm thinking is because myself, like I said, I want it in that $400 to $450. If it is going to be that $499 or more, like you guys are saying $599, that's got to be like a plus package where you're getting a bunch of extras. You're getting like a game in box. You're getting like a controller in box. You're getting like a something else in box. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just me saying. But
I would like
one of my
to see him
predictions.
do two SKUs. Go ahead.
One of my predictions is they didn't talk about the controller. I think there's going to be an updated controller.
I think you're right. I think they're safe.
And my prediction is I think that you'll be able. There's a Bluetooth built into the controller where you can use wireless headphones.
Oh, instead of having to have the base pad for the wireless headphones to plug into the
instead of the. I mean, you can have the 3.5 millimeter jack, but you can use wireless headphones.
Right.
But it's not through the console; it's through the controller.
Right.
Yeah, they definitely didn't spill all the beans. I think there's still some secrets for E3.
Yeah. All right, so with the updated controller, then that's what you're thinking additional price is coming from.
I hope you're.
They could do one without a controller.
I was gonna say, I hope you're right. I would love to see two SKUs. One being a Scorpio 1 console only, and one being a Scorpio with the controller and whatever the hell else they put in there, cables and stuff like that.
Bare bones headset or wire.
Oh hell yeah! Give me just the console only for $399. I would love that.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, especially if we can use all the old wires and everything else that we already have.
Exactly. Well, they said that in Digital Foundry. They said the internal power supply uses the figure 8 plug. So is that right, Pigeon? Like on
From
your
the
1S?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get like
your 8 plug.
Yeah, it's kind of like an 8 shape.
Oh, on the port that goes into the console.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they want to like make it as easy as like people that have like entertainment consoles all set up. They just unhook the old console and swap it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the gauge of the wire is like fucking size of a big meaty penis.
Yeah. I think they delivered pretty damn good. I want to see what the box looks like, and I want to see what the price is.
Right. Yeah. Do you think it's going to come with a headset of sorts, kind of like the original one did, where it had the one mono-eared with the, or you think it's going to be no?
I think no, because I don't know if you guys remember the original Xbox One when they unveiled it wasn't going to have a headset. Do you guys remember that? They added the headset because everybody bitched and screamed after that Don Matrix unveiling TV. It wasn't going to have a headset in the box, and they put one in.
And then, of course, Sony comes in, $100 less, and all they give you is that stupid one-ear on-wire mic and everything else, piece of shit headphone.
But Sony specifically jabbed at them that following day, or during E3. They said they did the whole prank thing where they handed the disc to somebody saying, "Well, you can like trade discs," but they also one of their jokes and jabs at Microsoft was it came with a headset.
Right. Yeah, that's a POS headset. Right. All right, anyway, let's move on.
It is.
Yeah. Nintendo news. The manufacturing cost for the Nintendo Switch is roughly $257, meaning Nintendo makes about $40 for every Switch sold, disregarding other costs. Xbox One manufacturing costs are $471 to make and sold for $500, so they're making $39. PS4 was $381 to manufacture, and they sold for $399, so they're making $19.
I gotta ask you guys a question based on the manufacturing. It's kind of related to the manufacturing. So I saw an article on Reddit, not an article, but just a picture somebody posted. Did you guys hear about the switches that are starting to warp?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, someone's got to be playing for a long time and bending it at the same time.
So I guess was it in the cradle, Pigeon, or something? But it kind of created a bow. It was, if you looked like top down.
Yeah, I saw that, but I don't know. Someone's got to be applying pressure for it to bend like that.
Yeah,
or
I know
super high heat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know when I watched like the durability testing that they did of it, like when it dropped, it flexed a whole bunch. I mean, it ended up being straight and all, but there was a lot of flex to it. So yeah, I could see somebody consistently holding it, like maybe putting stretch dress on it, like you said, Pidge.
Yeah, like bending it while it's like super
that
hot.
would have to get really, really warm.
Well, I think the person said it was all they did is kept it like in the dock, and it was the heat. So I don't know what it's doing, but they showed it bend like 2 degrees or something. It had a little bit
They
of.
would have tested for that.
You would think.
Well, I don't know. I think they just got this out to the market.
All right. Anyway, construction costs, no big deal. Whatever.
Well, yeah,
Nintendo's the best.
It circles back to our whole talk we just had about does Microsoft eat
Scorpio.
Do they eat costs? Do they lose $100 a unit?
We'll see. We'll talk about pricing when we have a firm date.
All right.
All for nothing.
Yeah. Celk, beer thoughts.
Yeah, it's really good. Again, double IPA from Yards. If you're looking for a decent one, it's called the Cape of Good Hope.
Double IPA, double fish and chips.
Still fish and chips. Yeah, double fish and chips by now.
Okay. Pidge, still nay, too sour?
Yep, 2 sour, still nay.
Okay. My amber ale, it's good. It's got a lot of flavor to it, which is nice. That's what I'm actually
I like
better
that
about this than the
Vervoss.
Wit. The Wit was just kind of like a wheat ale, didn't have a lot of extra to it. It's just it was like drinking a beer, you know what I mean? The Vervoss actually has some nice background flavors after the original like beer kind of bite on your tongue. But yeah, check it out. It's really good. Ommegang. All right, let's get one more. Celk, maybe we can get you to do a light one or maybe another hard one, and we can get you real good.
And the hard one.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty tipsy.
All right.
Me.
And we'll be back with the Brown Breeze.
For more from the Loaded Couch, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook.
If you like me and would like to follow me on Twitter at Pigeon Pegleg and also on Twitch, Pigeon Pegleg. Pigeon Pegleg.
Hey, this is Scotchhound. If you want to hear more from me, you can check me out on Twitter at Scotchhound_LC or on Twitch at Scotchhound.
All right, we're back with the Brown Breeze. Pigeon, why don't you lead us off with what you've changed your beer up to?
Good luck pronouncing this correct, Pidge. It's a Jule Maelk.
No, it'd be a Jule. I think the J's in Denmark are like a Y.
Okay, so it's a Jule Maelk.
Yeah.
And the brewery is called Terreux.
Holy shit, you sound like Zangief.
It's a milk stout from Denmark, the Oi. It's a dark brown in color, and it's 15% alcohol. I did not know milk stouts got that high. I thought they were like 7-ish.
Depends on the cow it comes out of. All right, Celk, what are you drinking?
This one's a brown.
Topping the night off with number 3 of the Yards, Cape of Good Hope.
Is it number 3?
Yes.
My God, yes.
I think it's at the end of number 2. Myself, I'm drinking another Vervoss from Bruery Ommegang. It's an amber ale out of Cooperstown, New York. Reddish, cloudy, wheat-ish brown. How about that for a color description? I have it in the glass. I drank a whole amount of glasses tonight. 6.5%.
Pint glass?
Yes, yeah, pint glass.
And Celk has his fucking stupid ball jar, right?
No, I'm out of the bottle by now.
Oh, shit.
On your end of the second beer, you liar.
Diarrhea of the mouth. When a suspicious-looking box labeled 2 pair shoes arrived in Australia from Northern Europe recently, the Australian Border Force sent it through an X-ray. They didn't find shoes, of course. Instead, the box contained a terrifying assortment of poisonous snakes, spiders, and scorpions, as if the country needed more of this.
So wait a minute. They put all these deadly snakes and scorpions inside one little shoebox, 2 pair. That was a battle royal. That's like WrestleMania 34.
Hopefully they were all in separate boxes.
I'm not really typically afraid of spiders and snakes, but I think if I opened that up, I probably would have freaked out.
Shit yourself.
Sure.
All right, so
yeah,
the box...
especially when it looks at.
All right, so the box included everything from 2 enormous Brazilian salmon pink tarantulas, which are famous for eating birds, to 6 venomous temple vipers.
Kevin, I will feed you to my tarantula.
All of the animals were euthanized when they were discovered in Australia. Though some
I would have shot those fuckers.
Though some of the spiders died in transit.
Pop, 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 pop.
Right.
Still not hit them.
Did they die in transit because they were the weaker link or what?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, probably.
battle royale inside there, like Pigeon said.
Although,
Cage
did you
match.
see that fucking? Did you see that that one spider that ate a snake?
No.
I think I put a picture of it down here.
One
somewhere.
spider's like
Yeah, yes.
George the Animal Steel, just eating the other one.
Yeah, when you see that picture, you'll think twice about spiders and snakes.
All right, the inventory list of animals that had to be put down by Australia's Department of Agriculture and Water Resources, that's a funny department to put together, after arriving in Melbourne includes...
So this is a separate situation that I just wanted to know. This is what people bring to Australia that has like the most deadliest snakes ever.
Okay. 3 ball pythons, also known as royal pythons. 2 hog-nosed snakes.
Celk's balls.
6 vipers, identified as Wagler's temple vipers, a venomous pit viper species native to Southeast Asia.
Keep them in your country.
2 Colombian giant tarantulas, which are like the
Look
size
how
of
big
2
that thing is.
hands.
The size of that thing.
Yeah, that's probably the size of Trump hands, though. They're small.
All right, so people listening, this tarantula is no lie, probably 2 palm sizes.
Yeah, it's like
right?
the size of
Dude,
a
it's
large
like the
pizza
size of
to the
dude,
edge
it's the
of
size
its
of
legs.
Shaquille O'Neal's foot.
All right, 5 Mexican red knee tarantulas. That's the size of a person's hand.
Dude, I'm like itching right now.
2 Brazilian salmon pink tarantulas, considered to be the 3rd largest tarantula in the world.
So these are the tarantulas that were found in the 2-pair box. Look how big that thing
Right,
is.
it's
Oh
bigger
my
than a Bic
gosh.
pen. All right, 4 Asian forest scorpions. Oh god,
It's like Popeye arms, man.
That thing's huge.
He eats me spinach. He's Popeye the Scorpion, man.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my gosh, I'm
These things
creeping
are
out,
nasty
man.
looking.
And I'm itching.
Dude, that Colombian
Yeah, they
giant
are.
tarantula is gross looking. It looks like a stuffed one that you'd hang up on your porch for Halloween. It's like super
Hope you
sized.
sleep tight tonight down there in Texas. There's shit like that crawling around down there.
Dude, there's scorpions crawling around here, and I haven't found one yet.
When you do, you're gonna eat it like Bear Grylls?
No, I'm gonna like run away, even though I could probably just like kick it.
All of my
What are you gonna-
SAS training has
What
told
are you
me
gonna
that
do
I
when
can eat this scorpion.
Ruby brings one in by the tail. Dad, look what I found.
I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, I freak out.
All right, next thing. Some researchers flash froze grasshoppers doing the dirty and scanned them to understand their genitalia.
Yeah, because that's what we need to figure out.
They set up a little sex den for the invertebrate porn stars, supplied them with some super sexy romaine lettuce to feed their mates, and waited until the love bugs started banging. Then they flash froze them in a negative 80 degrees Celsius freezer.
Well, I'm gonna do this to Celk.
So negative 80 degrees Celsius is a negative 112 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
All right, so the male grasshopper mounts the female and flips the roof of his back end inside his body, pushing out the phallic complex, which was previously inside his body. The male inflates the phallus like a balloon. The inflated genitalia hooks onto the females and inserts itself. Okay, so it's also known as the CBM or Celk balloon missile.
Nice.
Awesome. So it tucks a piece of its body, it folds a piece of its body back and then inflates its penis.
Yeah, guessing it like, you know how like you thrust forward or thrust its abdomen inside to the penis, pushes out, and gives it this Celk balloon missile.
All right.
Oh my
Inflates
gosh.
the phallus.
Why would scientists want to do this? What is the point?
Science.
And they probably spent like $40 million on studying it too.
Well, yeah, they used a $100
Trump
million
will laugh
freezer
at this.
that would get to a negative 112 degree Fahrenheit.
Taxpayer
Yeah, this is-
dollars right there.
Yeah, this is something Bill Nye Science Guy would probably do. Liberal pig.
Oh, Jesus. All right, we got some questions from listeners. Our first question comes from @Spidey Jenny Craig. Spidey Jen Craig. Did you know that the world's estimated 25 million metric tons of spiders eat about 300 and 800 metric tons of food per year?
Million.
Oh, 800 million metric tons. What the hell did I say? Meter?
Meter?
Okay, 800 million metric tons of food per year. So anywhere between 3 and 800 million metric
That's
tons.
between all the estimated spiders.
Holy shit.
The weight of the spiders.
25 million metric tons of spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Half of that is that giant tarantula.
So this Spidey Jen Craig said, I knew that because my BFF, Martin Knifeller of the University of Basel, is a spider meal specialist. But you stoners didn't know that job even existed either. So how much food do you eat, stoners?
I'm just looking at the picture, that black widow with that hourglass on its ass or whatever.
And it's eating a
that ass
snake?
It's all about that robot dome.
Look at that ass dough.
All right, so the first question is...
This is definitely the spider episode.
Did you know that the spiders ate somewhere between 300 and 800 million metric tons of food per year?
No,
I had
ridiculous.
no idea.
How many dump trucks is that?
A lot.
Holy shit, yeah.
I mean,
that's metric tons, man.
I was going to say to visualize this. So picture one of those big earth movers.
Picture like an ocean liner that's bringing your oil over from the Middle East.
It's probably one of those super giant mega dump trucks that do the coal mines.
Right.
Metric ton dump truck.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
And is that fully loaded or empty? But anyway, all right. So, how much food do you eat, stoners?
Here you go. Top 5 largest dump trucks in the world. There's the number 1 is called a Balaz 75710. It does 450 metric tons in one payload.
Oh my gosh. Dude,
so it can carry that, but how much
times.
does it weigh? How much does it weigh?
So
it says it can carry up to 5 metric tons.
No, it can carry 450 metric tons.
It carries 450 metric tons. Yeah, so they're saying that all the spiders in the world eat somewhere between 300 and 800 million metric tons.
So let's just say 2 of these trucks
fully loaded.
It takes 2 of these trucks fully loaded is how much all the spiders in the world eat in 1 year. It has 4,600 horsepower.
That's it?
Yeah,
is that in Fast and Furious?
Jim's GTI had that.
And it has 1,479 gallon gas tank.
Holy crap.
Yeah, the thing's the size of a house. The wheels are 4 stories high, right?
And its operating weight is 793,000 pounds.
Yeah, it's crazy how much less
how much Celk weighed in high school.
Jackass. All right, so how much food do you guys eat, stoners?
So let's see. Let's just take the biggest meal you eat was lunch or dinner. So you see 2 pounds of food.
Yeah.
2 times 365, just round up 400. That's 800 pounds. That's a fourth of a ton or a third of a ton.
Mm-hmm.
These spiders.
This is all the spiders in the world, though.
Oh
so
my
if you did all the
gosh.
humans in the world, it'd be crazy.
No, it says all the humans in the world, if they ate the fish and meat, it was 400 metric tons.
Oh,
really?
All the humans in the world, yeah. Because the average weight of a human is 160 pounds.
Right.
No, 130 pounds. And then there's 7.5 billion people. So then that's a certain amount of tonnage.
Oh, yeah, because there's so many more millions of spiders.
Yeah.
Numbers wise.
So if you do that and you divide it, it's 400 million metric tons. So spiders eat more than humans.
Oh, wow.
Hey, I got more facts on that dump truck because this thing's just enormous.
This is the name of the show. Celk
loves his dump trucks. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got 8 massive tires. It's over 20 meters long, 10 meters wide, and 8 meters high.
So it's
oval?
Its maximum speed is 40 miles per hour.
What kind of torque's it got in it?
I don't know, but imagine doing 40 miles per hour and tipping that thing over.
Yeah, with 400 million metric tons in that thing?
Dude, imagine Terminator 2 was driving that thing, the T-1000, down that causeway,
Yeah.
Oh, shit. There's a picture of it, too.
All right, so we said about 2 pounds of food?
Yeah, so we would eat probably a snake worth of food.
Okay, what's the most disgusting thing that we've eaten, stoners?
Most disgusting thing.
Well, the thing that you felt most disgusting about eating. I'll start off. I went first.
I tried turtle soup.
I tried escargot once.
No, okay. That you felt disgusting about yourself after eating.
McDonald's.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, I went to Dunkin' Donuts one night, and yes, I was under the influence, and
Yes,
I got a dozen donuts.
There this night. I was there.
I got a dozen donuts because I had a coupon as buy 6 get 6 free, and I asked anybody else if they wanted some, and they're like, "No, just save me one."
You ate the
So
8 blueberry donuts.
I ate 8 donuts within like 20 minutes, and
Oh
I
my
felt
gosh.
like a piece of shit. After
Yeah, but I gotta ask. So, what was worse, the night you ate the 8 blueberry donuts, or the night that you threw up the White Castle?
Oh my god, that came up. I was so dehydrated, it came up like a shit. Like I'm like doubled over like this railing, and I'm like forcing it out, and it came out in the solid like poop, like it pooped out of my mouth. It was disgusting. I was so drunk, man.
This show has just gone off the rails right now.
All right, yes, thank
diary
you
of
for
the
the
mouth.
question at Spidey
Oh my
Jen
gosh.
Craig.
Oh my
Our
gosh.
next question comes from at I just did a boom boom. Okay. How do y'alls take a shit in public restrooms? Do you use seat covers? Throw down some toilet paper like you're an ass architect? Doesn't matter because neither one of these will prevent germ transmission. Also,
Hey, this
flushing a
guy's Texas or Southern.
yeah, because he says hi y'alls. How do
Okay.
you y'alls? So I'm going with the Southern accent.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Neither one. Prevent germ transmissions. Also, flushing a toilet will not prevent a toilet plume, which is poopy bits blasting into the air in aerosol form. Happy flushing. All right. So the first question is, how do y'all take a shit in a public restroom?
I just
I pull
put
my
down and
pants down.
sit right on that thing.
Please tell me you clean the
I
toilet.
use
at
seat
least
covers.
first.
I clean it with a piece of toilet paper, and then I put a seat cover down.
Yeah, I clean
Yeah.
it, and then I just plop down.
I get out my pocket size Lysol wipes. No, I just clean it.
You clean
Wipe
it
it
and then
down
bare
and
cheeks
make
right
sure-
on the seat.
Yeah, why not? Who the fuck
I
cares?
definitely wipe it down, but I pay special attention to cleaning out the area where the balls kind of dangle to make sure there's.
Yeah.
I give like extra attention to that area to make,
To make sure there's somehow no shit in there. So I don't know how people get shit there.
or no pubes. I don't want any pubes dangling there.
Oh, I don't care. That's fine. My wife licks them, so.
All right. Well, thank you
No.
for the question. At I just
What
did a
about you,
boom boom.
Scotchy?
I said
you use
wipe
a
it
seat
down and then
cover.
I put the seat cover. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right. Thank you for the question. At I just did a boom boom.
Cal turns around, flushes the toilet, looks down at the toilet, and makes sure it goes down.
Yeah.
But he gets all that dookie in his eye.
I thought he was going to say he pisses on the seat first to use that as a cleaning product. Cleans it up with the toilet paper with his own urine as the polishing product.
He,
and then-
he spits on it.
You hear him in there for 5 minutes trying to get enough spit in
Yeah.
there.
Dude, I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. Ugh,
All right.
that's
Our next question comes from at Yellow Crayons Matter.
my God.
All right. Following the retirement of the dark yellow dandelion shade from the iconic 24 pack, Crayola has announced that a new color will be joining the box of crayons, and that the new crayon will be in the blue family. So what would your color name be? And Celk better not say blue balls. That no good yellow belly fascist immature pig vomit. Nice. Okay, so
He probably does have blue balls from the Scorpio toy.
That's true.
My color would be Fern's green.
No. Wait. Do we have to say the color in the blue family for this new
Yeah,
crayon?
it's gotta be a blue family.
we
So
can
maybe
let
I'll,
we can let Celk slide with his Fern's green if he wants to.
Wait, I'm gonna see if there's a such thing as a blue fern.
There you go, blue Fern.
Let's see.
Fern.
Yep, there is a blue fern. How about that?
So while we're on the fabulous escapades of Scotch Hound, Scotchy, you remember when you wrecked in the Crayola parking lot? Because the Crayola factory's by us. Didn't you skid
Nah,
off the
that
road
was-
in the Volvo?
No, that was in. There's a Follett
Wait,
company that's right
did
there.
you say Volvo?
Yeah, I ride one of those around all the time.
The
Isn't
Volvo.
it a Volvo?
Yes.
Did you say Volvo? Isn't that a lady part?
I thought that was the Crayola park.
No, it was Follett. It was ice company, ice producing company or whatever. They're not producing. They actually make the
Scotchy, I
products
think
to do
you
it.
should go out for this this email or Twitter. I don't know where it came from, but I think you should go out front of the Crayola factory and say, "Yellow crayons matter."
All right, so blue crayon. Pitch, you have one in mind?
I don't. Blue icicle? Oh, that's stupid.
Icicle.
This guy took blue balls. I was gonna say blue balls, not kelk. Blue fern. I'm just gonna go with blue fern. I think that's good. Ferny blue. There we go. Ferny blue or ham. Blue ham.
There you go. Blue eggs and ham.
Blue ham. Scotch.
All right, I'll go with wax blue. Or blue wax. Because that's what it is, right?
Blue steel. Oh.
There you go. That was cheesy. All those answers sucked. But thank you for the question at Yellow Crayons Matter. All right, our last question comes from our very own at Cataclysmic Doom. Seeing that the Scorpio will be announced on 4/6, what are you guys looking for most in the newest from Microsoft?
So we're recording this the day of the spec reveals.
Yep. All right, so
what are we looking
for most from in the newest from
Microsoft?
Know what?
When I watched the video and I was hearing all this jargon and stupid talk with specs and flops and
I didn't hear as many teraflops as I was expecting.
No, I didn't either. But all I could think of was, I want to know what they're doing with the controller.
See, I'm surprised because I thought you were going to bring up a lot to do with what it looks like, because that's what it seems like everybody was focusing on. When I listened to the IGN
like
shit,
the Xbox One S.
I'm just like,
I think it's going to be like more compacted, but wider, like higher.
I mean, I understand why they put some they put time and stuff into what it looks like, but how many people, to be honest with you, out of you two and myself, how many of you, when somebody comes over, you go, "Look how pretty my Xbox is, guys. Look how fucking beautiful that thing is." They really put some thought process into what this thing was going to look like, or is it just like, "Nope, I got one of those"?
Yeah, minority is. I mean, like you said, all three of us appreciate the console designs.
Do you really though? Do you care?
I do.
I do.
That's
why I got
like
the Xbox One S.
I do like the VCR look of the original.
See, I guess
you like it.
I just hide mine. They kind of go underneath like one of my cabinets, and they're there. I really don't care. I'm more impressed of what they do than what they look like. I mean, if the thing was huge and it was going to break like my cabinet, then maybe I'd be like a little bit more upset about it than worry. But yeah, for as much stress as they were putting on what the hell the damn thing looks like, I could care less, to be honest.
I guarantee if Celk had the Xbox One S, he would not say that he likes the Xbox One.
No. I mean, I've seen it. It looks pretty sexy, but I do like the retro, big, bulky VCR look. I mean, I'm one of the few.
Yeah.
All right,
no,
so
I guess it's just me and Celk then, and we appreciate the design of what it looks like.
And it seems like everybody else too, because IGN spent like a good 5 minutes talking about it, or not 5 minutes, but that was like their big thing at the end of it. They're like, "Oh, I just really want to see what it looks like." Why?
I don't think.
I'm not like that. I'm not like, man, what's this look like? I mean, I know it's trolling Celk today with it, but I'm not like, man, they better show me what it looks like, or I'm just gonna fucking punch a hole in a wall.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, if this thing looks ugly as shit, if it came out looking like a poop, are you not gonna buy it because of that reason?
Like a Scotchy vomit turd.
Right, exactly. White Castle vomit turd that came out.
It's like a giant dunce cap.
Yeah, if it looks like that, if it looks like garbage, are you really not gonna buy it because it looks bad?
No, but it's what you said. It's the internals. I'm gonna get it for what it can do.
Right, exactly, and that's what I didn't understand with everybody. Like, I want to
but
see what it looks like.
Rectangular.
What the hell's a care?
It's a cone. It's a cone. I'm out. I'm an engineer. I need straight lines.
I didn't understand the big push for what the hell it looked like. Anyway,
to answer Doom's question, right. I mean, they unveiled it today, but pretty much what I was looking for was, can it do the 4K that they were promising? Can it make things look good? And is it priced right? So price right, we don't know yet, but that's the big thing I'm looking forward to.
You are looking for looking good though too. All right.
Yeah, well, what are you looking for?
You're looking
most in the newest. So you're looking for the most out of all of it. You're looking for the price.
No. Price.
I think what you're looking for.
I'm looking for the 4K delivery.
The 4K. I thought you were going to say how much it's taken off the software end and put into that hardware computation.
I'm really erect about that.
Yeah. All right, and Pitch, what you're looking for most is a controller?
Like I wish they talked about it. I'm curious to know, like, Phil Spencer keeps on saying it's a premium console for the premium customers or whatever it is. They're just showing the console. There's nothing about the controller unless it's either they're hiding something and holding it back, or it's just going to be use your standard controller. That's it. So I'm just curious to know what that is. But I'm excited about the how it's taking the computations off the software. That's going to help out gaming a lot.
All right, myself, I'm interested in games. I want to see something new. I want to see a new game that is going to really use the Scorpio for what it's designed for.
Crackdown 3. I just want to Crackdown 3 for Scorpio.
Yeah, I mean, but we've already been introduced to Crackdown 3. I mean, we've seen some dev video and stuff of it when they're.
So what do you think?
Testing. I want to see something new. I want to see like a new game. I want to see something brand new.
What kind of game? Like a shooter?
I was going to say, without giving too much away, because you both can't. Now that you hear all this juicy info about Scorpio, what are your thoughts about Sea of Thieves?
I don't think it affects my decision at all.
I don't think it does either.
I don't think it's good.
I think I would have been happy on the Xbox One with it.
Yeah.
Just because of the art style and stuff, I don't think you're really going to get too much out of it. I'm thinking Pigeon, in the response to your question, I don't mind if it's. I'm assuming it's going to have to be some kind of shooter or something along those lines. It could be third or first person. The new
Avatar game.
Yeah, but it maybe like a world kind of game, not so much like a Call of Duty, but something more of like that. What was that one?
Red Dead or?
No,
GTA
not so much.
6?
Well, yeah, it could be something like that, like a Red Dead. But I was also
how about
to
this?
go inside the buildings now for GTA 6. Holy shit!
But I was also thinking, what the hell was the one that we have, The Last of Us? I was thinking something like that kind of uses a lot more visuals and stuff. But yeah, you even mentioned.
I'll throw one at you.
Sunset Overdrive 2 on the Scorpio. Oh my god, double the world size.
I'll throw one at you. How about the new Assassin's Creed?
Oh
yeah, it depends. That one, if they're going to give us a new Assassin's Creed, it just has to be polished. I'm sick and tired of them having these fucking flaws in their games.
Just do single player. Just focus on single player. That's it.
Which is fine, but again, make it flawless. Because all this extra shit when they're trying to beef the graphics and then give all these NPCs and stuff and having the screw ups with all the it's kind of throwing me off of that game now.
You know what's going to benefit? It's going to benefit, I think, AI. Like the NPCs, how it reacts.
Right.
I think that's part of. I don't know. Who cares?
All right. So let's we're going long now. Let's wrap it up. Thank you for the question at Cataclysmic Doom, and that wraps the show. Let's get our last beer thoughts. Celk, go ahead.
It's a yay. I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Yay.
Play games tonight. Celk does better when he's drunk.
All right, Pidge. How's your 15%?
It's good. It's got a sweet stout taste, but you can definitely taste that burn sensation from the 15% alcohol. But it's not so bad where it's like
it's not overwhelming.
Yeah, it's just like the perfect balance of sweet and alcohol content.
Okay. Myself on the Rare Voss, it's the same thing as last time. It's got a really nice flavor, kind of like. You know how when you taste the beer, you originally get it, it's kind of a lot of that the carbonation right up front, and the initial kind of beer just flavor, and then afterwards it's got a lot of nice flavors that kind of go on afterward. And that's what I'm liking most about it. But yeah, still a yay. All right, thank you guys so much for listening. That's the show. I'm Scotchhound. You can reach me at Twitter at Scotchhound_LC. You can reach me on PS4, Xbox One at Scotchhound, and that's 2 H's. And on Nintendo, I think it's Scotchhound with 1 H. The other guys, go ahead.
I'm Pigeon Pegleg all across the board.
All right, Celk.
And you can reach me, Celtic Fox, on Twitter at CelticFox_LC, and also reach out to us at theloadedcouch.com.
Yeah, we have the website, guys, so definitely reach out, check that out. You can hit us up, you can read about us, you can send us some info, send us some questions, whatever you want. Definitely check it out at just loadedcouch.com. All right, thanks so much for listening, guys, and we'll catch you next week.
Later.